Good evening, all of you. My humble greetings to everyone associated with this great institution. Dr. Shashi Tharoor, Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri A.N. Radhakrishnan, Professor K.V. Thomas, Sri P.K. Das, Swami Gyan Tapasvi, General Secretary, Santhigiri Ashram, Swami Chaitanya Gyan Tapasvi, President, Santhigiri Ashram, Sri Gokulam Gopalan, President of All India Malayali Association. Good. Let me indicate and unfold my heart. Ever since I landed here, I cannot describe in words the kind of feeling I had. Sublimity in action. Every moment I have spent so far here is etched in my memory forever. Dear brothers and sisters, I would leave this place fully surcharged, energized, motivated, and inspired to follow the principles that Santhigiri Ashram is following and espousing. I take it as a personal accomplishment and a matter of great honor that I am associated with Santhigiri Ashram on this momentous occasion. The journey of 25 years, it has traversed so much, with so much impact, with so much appreciation, changing lives of the people for the better. On this occasion of dedication of the Silver Jubilee Center of Kerala-based Santhigiri Ashram in New Delhi, I congratulate everyone associated with the organization. My warm wishes on this auspicious occasion to every person associated with various centers nationally and globally of Santhigiri Ashram. I have gathered it has been a remarkable journey. 25 years is not a long time to make that kind of impact. But what I have gathered, what I have come to know, and what I have seen for myself, you are catalyzing a big social change, hand-holding those who need your assistance, giving succor to those who need it for sure. In changing Bharat, home to 1/6 of humanity, you are playing pivotal role by engaging in skill development that empowers the people. Brothers and sisters, it is from such kind of centers. You are an epicenter, you are nerve center of wholesome change. What we need in this country today is a mindset that reflects our civilizational ethos. Rather than empower the pocket of a person, it is required we empower their mind, we empower their faculties, and that you are doing imminently in a better fashion by empowering human resource through skill development. My congratulations to you. Your recognition by Government of India as a social and scientific research organization is befitting. It also indicates the Government of India is acting on very objective parameters, that it has chosen such an institute, such a place for this recognition. Brothers and sisters, while Dr. Shashi Tharoor happens to be Member Parliament from an area very close to the ashram in Kerala, my home state also has a great connect with the ashram, a deep connect. Paransala, the monument in the shape of full-bloomed lotus in Makrana white marble, is the final resting place of the founder of Santhigiri Ashram. The marble is from my home state, Makrana. It is divine coincidence that lotus in marble from Makrana also came to be reflected globally during G20. That became motto of G20. Widely acclaimed, enthused all Indians all over the world, and carried to the world a message of which you happen to be the epicenter. Nothing is more important in life than to preserve our culture and contribute to the health of the people. If we go to our Upanishads, one of the Upanishads has plethora of information about health. And no country in the world can boast of culture that we have. Our civilizational ethos of thousands of years are unparalleled for all to be seen. What is required that we all believe in them. This is a historic time for Bharat. The world is changing very fast. Rise of Bharat is unstoppable. The rise is incremental. The rise has been acclaimed by global institutions. If IMF today says our Bharat is a rising economy amongst large economies, if it says India is a favorite destination of investment and opportunity, it is on account of the actions which you people have taken. You have contributed spinally to the mood of the nation by arriving at such a situation. It is like endeavors of your kind. It is like contribution of the people at large that in a decade we have traversed from fragile 5 to big 5. In 2022, we had the great distinction of becoming 5th largest global economy, overtaking UK and France. Matter of time, by 2030, we would have overtaken Japan and Germany to be the 3rd largest economy. All this because of one aspect. There is emergence of an ecosystem that allows every person in the country to unleash his or her energy to fully exploit talent and potential to realize dreams and aspirations. It is gratifying to note that you are massively contributing by skill development to help people realize those dreams and aspirations. To help a person who might have lost hope is a divine activity. You are engaged in this divinity. Brothers and sisters, no culture in the world can take pride in that kind of sublimity of civilizational growth that we in Bharat can take. Our spine is our culture, Vasudev Kutumbakam. The word, the expression defines our philosophy over the ages, and we treat the word as one family. In this perspective, very rightly, the theme of India G20 presidency reflected one earth, one family, one future. This was highly impactful and appreciated by one and all. We are a country that don't just preach. We preach after practicing. And that happened when we faced pandemic COVID. Your ashram was engaged 24/7 in hand-holding people who needed assistance. But at a global level, our Bharat assisted with co-vaccine Maitri about 100 countries, and to many of them, vaccines were given as our contribution to their health. When we are 1/6 of humanity, it is our obligation that we keep this planet in a healthy state, a state which we can pass on to future generations. We are trustees, but there are concerns, and we overlook. I've been telling for a long time that nothing can be more inappropriate and condemnable that some informed minds, knowledgeable people, monetize ignorance of the people for political equity. That cannot be allowed. An informed mind has to be spiritual. An informed mind has to be nationalist. An informed mind has to be non-exploiter. Yours, ashram, is engaged in empowerment of women. Empowerment of women is critical to growth of humanity. Empowerment of women is not an option. It is the only way. And that is why on September 21, there was an epochal development. Several attempts were made over a period of 3 decades. For one reason or the other, the efforts could not fructify. But on 21st September, Bharat had 1/3 reservation for women in Lok Sabha and state legislatures. The reservation is horizontal and vertical, indicating that it is socially equitable. It is in that context I said that some people who are knowledgeable, who know when it can fructify, they knew for sure it can't happen in 2024 elections, yet they made an issue of it. And therefore I say, intelligent minds must not observe silence. They must give befitting reply and neutralize such sinister narratives that seek to monetize ignorance of the people for petty political equity. I am sure what you are doing is full of sublimity, and things will go in the right direction. I have come to know another very important aspect. It fills me with honor and pride to acknowledge that among the new sannyasins chosen to walk the enlightened path, and this is not easy, this is a great sacrifice, it's a divine call. I am happy to note that 2 of these sannyasins hail from the Delhi ashram. Brothers and sisters, in an era where life pace is relentless and materialism pervasive, and who knows better than people around, they have lost all sense of being humane, of being kind, reflecting compassion. They are engaged in mad race of materialism, reckless exploitation of natural resources. They think their political empowerment, their fiscal power can determine how much natural resources they need to consume. I have no hesitation in saying, to be a good Indian, to be a good member of this planet, we have to realize the planet is not only for human beings, it is for all living beings. It is not in exclusion to us. There has to be optimal utilization of natural resources. Your pocket, your fiscal power, your fiscal muscle cannot determine how much gas, petrol, or water you will use. That sense has to be inculcated. I am at the right place to make this point, and I am sure message going from this place will carry greater credibility and conviction. Guru Shishya Parampara. Just imagine Eklavya. We remember Eklavya because Eklavya could not find a guru, so he had a guru. The guru was not aware of it. By merely having that situation, he could go to that height. We have to rediscover Guru Shishya Parampara. गुरु बिना कोई ज्ञान नहीं है. गुरु बिना ज्ञान होकर भी हम अज्ञानी रहते हैं. I traveled to Kerala. I traveled to Kerala, where there is primary ashram, Santhigiri ashram, to pay my regards to my teacher, Miss Ratnavali Nair. I had no difficulty in saying that my biological birth was in a village, but my real birth was handled by Guru. That is the capacity of Gurus. Another aspect is we have forgotten the kind of reservoir we had, kind of depth we had in health management. We had forgotten. It is soothing to note that on a very wide scale, this is being globally accepted now. The efforts of the ashram, Santhigiri ashram, when it operates Ayurveda Panchakarma training centers, these centers are not only limited to the benefit you give to some by word of mouth, the message is taken across to millions. It's a game changer. It will define our future healthcare. A country can rise not on the strength of industry or infrastructure, which is essential. We are having right now world-class infrastructure. But a country will attain great heights when its youth, young boys and girls, have an ecosystem which provides them level playing field, which provides them with opportunities, which allows them to channelize their energy by acting in a manner their aptitude is translated into ground reality. That is the situation we are having in the country today. Our rise is explainable only on this count. The kind of contribution the ashram is making is commendable. I congratulate everyone associated with the ashram that such an effort must get widely disseminated, and it is emulative for others. The true progress has not to be reckoned in terms of wealth, your big house, your big car. The true progress is in happiness, joy, and that comes when you are healthy. A healthy mind is essential for doing anything which is great. You may be possessed of great attributes, talent, skill. If you are not healthy, you can't contribute. And these days, increasingly, we are having another facet of health, and that is mental health. Ashram is doing a good job, but I would urge the ashram, mental health issue is staring us in the face, it is writing on the wall. We need to be innovative to find solutions to that by serious counseling, hand-holding, so that people don't lose hope. In a society where people lose hope, the society cannot rise like a plateau. It rises like a pyramid. In our country, what we are having at the moment is inclusive development, a development that includes all. Can you imagine in a country where 400 million people could never think of having a bank account or having functional bank accounts? Can you imagine a country where every household that is in need of a gas connection, and the number runs into more than 100 million, the government has made available? Dr. Shashi Tharoor will find out and bear me out. In 1989, when I was elected to Parliament, to Lok Sabha, I had a great power in my hand because I could give 50 gas connections to individuals in a year. 50 gas connections, and that was my power. And look at what the government has done. And therefore, let us not have the, I would say, approach to see everything from political stance. When there are issues of governance, we have to dictate our actions by a high degree of objectivity. As Vice President of the country, it is my obligation to be part of Rajya Sabha, the upper house, the House of Elders. What would you expect of that house? That we engage in dialogue, deliberation, discussion and debate? That will be your expectation. That since members there are privileged to be part of history, they would be contributing for national welfare. But when I see with my own eyes, open eyes, to my pain and anguish, disturbance and disruption has been weaponized. There will have to be a narrative in society to neutralize such kind of tendencies. A nation has a role to play. Your silence will resonate in the ears of future generations if you don't break it and tell the people to do the duty for which they have been sent to Parliament. The progress blossoms only with holistic progress, development. I see that all around. I am son of a farmer. I could never imagine all my lives that in a country like ours, there will be farmers, number being more than 110 million, 11 crores, who will be receiving thrice a year benefit of the government installment. Government giving installment is not my concern. Government being fully equipped to send money is not my concern. My pride is that a farmer in a distant village is fully technologically equipped to receive that benefit. We have some of the finest brains in Parliament. They have seen the world. They know global developments. They know that in 2022, per capita data consumption of internet in Bharat was more than that of USA and China taken together. They know it. Why should they be on back foot? A political commitment or belief in a political ideology cannot bind you to that level that you don't recognize nationalism. That is very fundamental. Imagine the kind of revolution which has taken place in this country technologically. It is deep-rooted to every village and dhani, and that is why in 2022, 46% of digital transactions were in Bharat. 46% of global transactions. Our transactions, brothers and sisters, were 4 times the combined of US, UK, France and Germany. Only account of these things. I would therefore appeal to the political fraternity. It's good to be in politics. It is good to play politics as your party demands. Be a stakeholder in politics, no issue. But always keep interest of the nation above politics. We cannot allow narratives that demean, taint, tarnish our country on untenable grounds. People leave the shores of this country or airports of this country only to demean us. Our country has had enough of people with iconic status. Iconic status given on parameters which is baffling. Event management. You have to work for a system where only the deserving one get to that slot. Brothers and sisters, I take great pride in sharing with you that when Padma Awards are being awarded for last few years, the awardees were not known. But everyone after the award has been given has only one thing to say: the award has been given to the right person. Recognition of the right person in society is fundamental. You are doing a great job. We owe it to the nation. We owe it to humanity to appreciate your work. I know you don't want appreciation. You can continue without appreciation. But failure of the concerned people to appreciate a good work is not a good thing in society. We must appreciate everything which is taking place in national interest, in interest of humanity, in welfare of the needy people. And that is what you are richly doing. Friends, this center is a testament to comprehensive care. I have seen it during my brief interaction. I got surcharged. I am profoundly moved to dedicate this Silver Jubilee Center to humanity, a sanctuary where professional training and spiritual growth coverage, and they converge also, promising a future illuminated by holistic well-being and enlightened progress. Brothers and sisters, let this stand as a poignant testament to the Ashram's enduring commitment to serve and heal the wounded hearts of humanity. I once again wish Santhigiri Ashram and all the well-wishers the best in their endeavors in the times ahead, and offer my sincere prayers for one nation, one world. I conclude, I'm emotive. What I have seen with my eyes, what I have felt, everything was pristine, sublime, authentic, with full commitment, no self-interest, only giving to the society at large. Please continue with it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Thank you, sir, for your